Hi, you beautiful soul, and welcome back to my little becoming series on episode 5 on how your identity is not your past. Okay, let me break that down. So, if we rewind all the way back to when we were born into this game of life, okay, we basically come in as a complete blank slate, a clean canvas, so to speak. We have zero identity with anything or anyone until it is pressed upon us by our first conditioning and programming, which is our parents. So initially, our identity is inherited, but it doesn't define us, if that makes sense. So what happens basically from the moment we enter this game of life, we get cut at the umbilical cord and boom, we start playing, and our parents start programming us and conditioning us, etc., etc. And then we go to school, and then our peers, and then, we go to work and college and work, etc. And all along the way, whatever circumstances, things happen in between, unconsciously most of the time, we take all that programming on, and that shapes part of what we think we are and part of our identity. How Shakespeare always liked to say, all the world's a stage and all the men and women are merely players, meaning we've taken on all these different identities along the way to mold ourselves into, being able to play the different parts that we all play and wear the different masks, I'm sure all of us are slightly different with our parents than we are with our friends or our partners or at work. We basically mold ourselves into the different scenarios and situations, all the while staying within the personality that has been shaped by our past, but it doesn't mean that is our true identity. At the core, at the very, very core, our identity is the God source energy, the universe energy below this veil of this physical veil, this avatar that we find ourselves in, our body being our temple and our vessel to be playing this seemingly physical game of life, in the 3D dimension. Whereas actually it's all a fourth dimensional game. But that's a whole discussion for another time. I just thought that I will just let you know that, you don't have to identify with everything that happened in your past, and that you have the power, that true power, that source power, God power within you to choose something different for yourself, a whole new identity, a whole new way of being, new habits, new boundaries, new friends, new family. I mean, family, right, by blood, but it doesn't necessarily mean that, some people don't have great dynamics with their families, so they create their own families. Either they get married and have kids, or they create families with friends and acquaintances and build communities. So there's so many different ways of looking at things and how we are shaped by everything that we feel and seem is very real outside of us, whereas the actual reality is all taking part within, as within, so without. And the within is our true identity, the blank canvas, the clean slate. That is our identity. And whatever we attach to that, our I amness within, that becomes then our identity, if we so choose to identify with it, as opposed to rather observe it and choose whatever being we wish to be. But before I waffle on about that, I just thought I would just give you a little nugget of truth there, and hopefully it resonated with somebody today that needed to hear it. And I will definitely catch you on the next one. All right, bye.